The twist involving Lee Byung-hun's frontman is making the last season of Squid Game, which is scheduled to premiere on Netflix in 2025, considerably different. Under the alias Player 001, the frontman entered the games among the other Squid Game Season 2 contestants while posing as a regular competitor. By the end of Squid Game Season 2, Lee Young-jae's Song Ji-hun still doesn't know the truth, despite the viewer being aware of the deceit the entire time. Ji-hun's disclosure will therefore have a significant effect on the plot of Squid Game Season 3. Squid Game Season 2 included enough changes to keep fans guessing, even if the show's most recent season remained focused on the lethal games. While some of the unexpected narrative twists were completely unique to the second season of the show, others were already fairly well known and had been reused for the story's continuation. The latter is true in the instance of the Player 001 twist. Therefore, Squid Game Season 3 risks becoming predictable if it's not careful. Planting the frontman as an undercover player in Squid Game Season 2 is the same twist as Player 001's true identity in Squid Game Season 1, even though it was revealed in plain front of the viewers this time. The tournament's originator, Oh Il-nam, Oh Young-soo, was Player 001 in the first season of the show. He was looking for excitement one last time before he passed away from a serious illness. Lee Byung-hun's character played a part that was strikingly similar to Il-nam's when Ji-hun returned to the island 3 years later in an attempt to defeat the frontman and put an end to the games. The frontman is a senior member of the criminal organization, just like Il-nam was. Throwing another disguised player into the mix for Squid Game Season 3 would appear cliched and monotonous, despite the fact that there is a significant distinction in that the frontman shows a particular interest in Ji-hun and actively attempts to deceive and crush his spirit. In Squid Game Season 2, the frontman poses as Oh Young-il to introduce himself. Therefore, Ji-hun cannot rationally draw a link between the villain Lee Young-jae's character is pursuing and his phony ally. Ji-hun comes face-to-face with his adversary once more in the Squid Game Season 2 finale, but this time, the man identifying himself as Oh Young-il is wearing his enigmatic black mask. Whether the frontman would disclose the full scope of his deceit and inform Ji-hun that he has been duped is still up in the air. Another potential plot point for Squid Game Season 3 would be significantly impacted if the frontman took off his mask in front of Ji-hun. It would be nearly impossible for Lee Byung-hun to compete and mentally control Ji-hun if Ji-hun were brought back to the games and made to complete the tournament after the frontman revealed who he really was. The frontman delaying taking off his mask in front of Ji-hun is therefore possibly more feasible. In this manner, he may stay undercover and get back to the dorms with Ji-hun in time for the next match. The first season of Squid Game was virtually a standalone story. For the story to be easily followed, it had to establish a number of concepts, but it did so effectively and gave the events room to develop. The second season of Squid Game started extremely differently, and Ji-hun had completely different reasons for participating in the games. However, the tournament and the hiring procedure were essentially the same. Additionally, there were hints of the original show's blueprint. A completely different experience is what viewers can anticipate from Squid Game Season 3. The plot of Squid Game Season 3 is basically the continuation of that of Season 2. Events will therefore most likely continue where they left off. 3 games remain until a champion is determined, and the tournament will still be in progress when the show returns in 2025. The future of the tournament will also be significantly impacted by the game's winner. It would be hard to see the competition going on past the events of Squid Game's last season if Ji-hun were to win and defeat the frontman as well. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to my channel for more videos.